All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun said he kicked back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. The link for the memberships is right down in the video description. It's in the chat. All you had to do is just click it. You get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, designed by the General for the brothers. It's an amazing curriculum. It's an amazing course. You can get a preview. Just click that link in the chat. You can get the preview. Also included the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream where the brothers meet once a week, discussing very vital, very important, very powerful information pertinent to our growth and development. Check it out, family, and become a brother, become a member today. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. Got something for your family I know you're going to like and love. Check out the catalog, get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pour the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. We got Old Mecca, ancient Egypt, ancient Nubia. We got all the religions, Christianity, Judaism, Islam. We got the making of the white man, Freemasonry, Illuminati, occult. We got it all for your family. Get over there. There's not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare, compete. Become a member today. And everybody knows Seti got the poppin'est Patreon on the planet. The link right there at the top of the chat. All you had to do is just click it. We got some fire for you. We got a hell of a month. This is going to be a hell of a month on all my platforms. So most definitely be aware. Be down with the team. That's all I can tell you. It's because you're going to get the most advanced material that any teacher on the planet can give you. So I want you in the house to receive it, family. Again, the link is right there. Become a patron today. To all the family donated to the General, thank you. Those would like to donate, the link is right there in the chat. I so much appreciate you. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Now today we talking about the Greek psychology, and we got to understand that there's two versions. Just like, you know, when you look at Christianity, you understand that it has been morphed. You see, coming up out of the ancient Nile Valley, it's a system that has been morphed. Yes, is clearly evidence of blackness in the book, no doubt about it. Those who have the keys can still do major damage. You see, even with that, but it has been morphed, and that's without a doubt. And so when we get off into the Greek mythology, you got to understand. I love it when the European express how he truly feels. And I'm talking about at times when they didn't have the conscious African minds that we have today, that can, that is giving commentary and dialogue. You see what I'm saying? Challenging this European information and defeating it. They didn't have that back then. So a lot of times when they express themselves, they just say exactly what was on their mind. You see, they say exactly what was on their mind. And, and this story of how Athena came to be, you see how Athena came to be because she came out of a fucking headache of Zeus. Zeus, and we're going to get off into this. where Zeus had, I believe it was his first wife, in the Greek mythology. This is what they say. This was his first wife, and he ate her for some reason, because there was a prophecy that they would have a son, and that son would grow up to overthrow him. You see? And so before it could happen, he ends, and this. Now, she was a titan. She wasn't just, and that means something, because we're going to break this shit down. We're going to break this shit down because, again, it's esoterical. It's esoterical, but you got to know the layout. So when we get to breaking this shit down, you know what it is. And so this titan, and let it be known ahead of time, so you can kind of get the titans were the Africans that rule before, and some of them gods were black too, no doubt about it. You see what I'm saying? But that was when it began to morph, you know what I'm saying? But the titans, you see, the titans were there, and they were the first deities that ruled. You see what I'm saying? You had the Typhon, you had Prometheus. You see, you had Prometheus and Typhon and Gaia and Uranus, and see, these were the titans. Okay, and so he married a titan. He married a titan. I think her name was Mitis. I think it was Mitis or Metis or Mitis, Metis. And she was at that time the titan of wisdom. You see, and so they, and so so through this prophecy, it was said that she would birth a son that would overthrow him. And you can see that's a current in all that European mythology, that the son would overthrow the father and shit. It went on forever with Kronos and Zeus, and Kronos overthrew his father, and Zeus overthrew Kronos, and shit. And that shit went on all through Greco-Roman rule, where, I mean, every fucking Caesar was assassinated, and this shit just went on. That's just how they get down. So, that just, Caligula and, all them crazy motherfuckers assassinating their own parents and shit to assume power. They don't have no problem with it. Or kill their own brother and shit, to assume power. And so he swallows this titan. And obviously, from what the mythology say, now this is just one mythology. And when he swallowed her, he had this fucking headache that he couldn't, it was killing his ass. And so I believe he got, who was it? Hephaestus. Hephaestus, who is the god of metal workers, blacksmiths and shit. And he cracked, he split his fucking skull open, and out came Athena. You see, out came Athena, and she became the new goddess of wisdom and warfare. So in Greek, in Greek mythology, the goddess is the most powerful. You understand? Overthrow even the man. So that should say a lot about that. You see what I'm saying? That's who birthing this war shit on this planet. You know what I'm saying? So that says a lot. That says a lot about that, Athena. But this was a headache that this motherfucker had, and out came Athena. Now, obviously, we know that this has something to do with the pineal. It's obvious. You see, and I'm gonna play some of the video. And the rationale that I get from this is that most of African spirituality is solar spirituality. That's just all it is to it. You see, I find it hard where, in any system, some people got the moon and And yeah, the moon is very powerful, but there's no way that, you know, it's going to supersede the sun. It's just not going to do that. You see, both the sun is what got everything in orbit. The sun. So that's the most powerful entity in the universe, in our galaxy, for sure. And so, you know, understanding that, and I you know, doing my studies, that's when they understood that even though they were trying to be, you know, initiated into the mystery system, and the Africans just would not initiate no Europeans. You see, Alexander had conquered Egypt, and they, you know, and he wanted to be initiated into the Egyptian mystery system, and they denied him. They denied him. He ultimately went to some rogue, you know, temple on the outskirts of damn near in Libya, some damn where it probably wasn't even officially a temple. Some old rogue. They should have been, you know, and the Brotherhood of the Nile probably didn't even accept them motherfuckers. They was rogue. And they initiated Alexander, but he was not initiated in no major temple along the Nile Valley. So he went to some road. So he was not a brother. You know what I'm saying? He was not a brother. No European can be a brother in the Egyptian mystery system. Just be clear about that. And then Ptolemy came in, and you know, when the Ptolemies, after Alexander wanted to be initiated into the mystery, they were denied. He was denied. And that's why he closed down all the temples in Egypt, because they would not accept him. You see, you know, he wanted to be a deity, you know, and so he, you know, he had created the Serapis Zeus. Serapis is Zeus. That's all it is. Serapis Zeus. And the Africans just would not accept it. It was never, you know, at no time was that European Serapis worshipped in Egypt. Only in Alexandria where them Greeks lived at. So they knew that, you know, because they were morphing, you know, they had taken Osiris, the Lord of the perfect black, the All Father. You know, you didn't took Osiris out of the Trinity. So you're morphing the system. You know, you're morphing it. And so even when you see Athena, you see the Titan is the African. That's the African. When you read the one Greek historian called Hesiod. I studied that shit when I was in college. Hesiod. And they were talking about these three ages. I don't know, it might have been 5 ages. I know the first age was the golden age. And then the second obviously was the age of, I don't know what this, let me see. I don't know if it was a silver age. Let me see. Was it 3 or was it 5? Yeah, it was the golden age, the silver age, and the bronze age. You see? Yeah, so, yeah, it was them 3 ages. And so I knew that the golden age, because that's where you get Nubia. You see? And they called the Nubians the Ethiopians. And they venerated the Ethiopians so much in Greek mythology that I knew that was the age. They say, you know, you had Homer said that the Ethiopians were the longest lived and the most handsome of any people on the planet. You see? And so at that time, and so when you talk about, you know, Saturn and all of that, people got to understand that Saturn is a morph of Set. You see, and a lot of people don't understand when you mirror that. You see the same as you see the Titans, you know, rule before the gods. Set rule and was the chief deity before Amen, before Ra, before Osiris. Set was the first chief deity. He was the first to come up out of Nubia, Ta-Seti. Okay, and that train of deities that came along with Set. So back, what's the other one? Kanoon. You see, Anuket. All them, when we get into, and I run it down to you. So it was and so they were warned nonetheless. And so very similar how the Egyptian deities, you got the latter deities. We respect them all, but it's ages. That's all it is ages. We respect and love them all, but it speaks that they were older deities. And so, so when you talk about the golden age, they say when Saturn ruled, that was the golden age. But they on one end, see, it's been morphed because Kronos is an evil motherfucker. He eats his children. He's a very corrupt motherfucker. So right there that there's been some morphing of the story, because how could it be a golden age? Saturn and Kronos is two different deities. Even though they try to make them the same, they're actually two different fucking deities. Because Saturn was supposed to rule. It's supposed to be in the golden age. They say everybody was happy. Everybody, no disease and shit. So, I mean, how could he be this evil god and shit if it was the golden age? You see? And so we got to weave through that. And so what they did is they tried to take that, when you talk about the Titan that Zeus ate, you see what I'm saying? Which was the African science. You see, he tried to consume that African science, but that solar spirituality. You see, he knew good goddamn well that he could not, he didn't have the essentials to facilitate that kind of a worship. You see what I'm saying? He didn't have the essentials, the mandatory essentials to facilitate any type of veneration and worship of solar spirituality. So out of that came, and when he tried to, he tried to swallow that African wisdom, that shit fucked him up. Because the reality is that the science was telling him it ain't gonna be long for you motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? That they're gonna come an age that is gonna do away with y'all, and you can see it. We don't have to say, is this, we can see it in every fucking thing that they talk about. From Ragnarok, if you go into all, I can show you in every one of these European ideologies, where at the end of their existence is some type of fire that come and remove them. Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods, the Nordic gods and shit, Odin and Thor and Heimdall and Loki and all of them. Loki gonna be on the side of the fire demons and shit, going against Asgard, and they all died by the fire demon Surtur. You see, who lights his sword of eternity in the fire of Asgard. You see, and do away with their ass. You see what I'm saying? In what they call Revelations, it's the Son. Jesus is the Son. So the Christ that's coming back, that's gonna heal the world, is the S-U-N. Ain't nothing else coming back, and it's gonna heat this motherfucker up. And anything that ain't supposed to be here is gonna purify the planet. This is what they understand it because they've been through the cycle. We ain't guessing this shit. We know it. So they call it global warming that is coming, and so that's what it is. Christians call it rapture. In the Bible, it says God is a consuming fire. You see what I'm saying? They leave the hints in there. God is a sun and a shield. You see, the S-U-N, the S-O-N, it's the same thing. So when we talk about the end times, and so they couldn't consume that African spirituality, so they morphed it. You see, and out comes Athena. And that's the Western world, the way that they operate. You feel what I'm saying? She's supposed to be the god of wisdom, but yet and still she's the god of warfare at the same time. So that lets you know that that's the foundation of their wisdom, is to destroy. You see, they don't have no wisdom other than that, because they didn't see the visions. The African priest then showed them the visions. They have seen the visions. They know what's going to happen. You see? And so what they did is they morphed whatever they could to where they could, try to, hold back, you see, the prophecies that's coming. That's all they trying to do, is hold it back. When they put the chemtrails out there, they trying to block that sun. They trying to block the fucking sun. To keep, because they know that is coming through harder and harder every day. Is coming through that goddamn, is coming through harder and harder and harder. It ain't gonna do nothing to us. You see what I'm saying? It ain't gonna do shit to us. We gonna thrive. We gonna thrive one way or another. And if anything happens, we gonna come out. We gonna come out on top every time. All we have to do is connect. And once we connect, as this shit started to happen, we are part of the package. All I want to tell y'all is we are part of the essential package. We came with the package. Once you connect with the cosmos, however this earth is moving, you see what I'm saying? If the weather change, if anything change, there's going to be a download for you. You feel what I'm saying? You done already been through it. It's in your DNA already. Whatever we going to face, this is not the first time we've been through it. You see, we change, just like you got the 12 houses of the zodiac. You see, each house, we done been in these houses thousands and thousands of times, even though it's 25,000 years. We didn't already, it's in our DNA. That's where it's at. That's where your manual is at. You see what I'm saying? And as you move through each house, it's already there. It'll let you know. And then there'll be, it'll be updates, just like the computer. This is where they get this shit from. Any type of bugs, you will get an update. You see what I'm saying? You'll get an update. Even certain diseases and shit. If you don't notice, man, shit, it'll be certain diseases out here, and man, shit, within less than a generation, motherfuckers been built up. Yeah, it'll knock motherfuckers down. You know what I'm saying? It'll knock motherfuckers down. But you know what I'm saying? After a while, you know what I'm saying? That shit, body been built up. Especially if you living right, you know what I'm saying? They have to keep motherfuckers weak and shit, and and to keep a motherfucker down. But normally the body will update. You see what I'm saying? Unless you living wicked. Now, if you wicked, now that's most definitely that's you know what I'm saying? So if you let the wickedness go, you most definitely ahead of the game. Now, if you living wicked, you gonna catch shit, and nigga, that's gonna be the end of your ass. But if you living righteous and you see the African race, and I'm talking about the primordials. Every motherfucking African not no primordial. Okay, just because you got melanin in your motherfucking skin, you understand what I'm saying? That don't mean shit or say nothing to the state of your goddamn mind. You see what I'm saying? So that don't mean a motherfucking thing. Them niggas be over there, be triple black, motherfucking Jesus, white as snow. You see what I'm saying? They'll run to defend that goddamn white Jesus before they help a black baby. They'll run to that damn white Jesus. So that don't mean shit. They don't have no black divinity. They got there if they ever was. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I've been studying it. It's a reason why we conscious. You see what I'm saying? It's a reason why many of us have latched on. Some of us is camouflaged. They ain't really latched on. You see, they seen something and You know, they seem just like this damn Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. They can't swallow that African spirituality. They can't swallow it. They on some more wicked shit. They pretend, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't really, on that frequency. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, out of that headache and shit, that's showing you the pineal. That they don't that calcified pineal of the European, and that's exactly what it is. You see, and whatever little melanin that's it don't mean nothing. It don't add up to nothing. It don't stop them from burning. A lot of people say, "Oh, they got melanin." Oh, so goddamn what? It don't stop them from burning. So what difference do it fucking make? You see what I'm saying? So that little bit of shit that they got don't mean nothing. That's like your motherfucking car need 5 quarts of oil, and motherfucker, you got damn near 1/5 of a quart in your shit. You know what I'm saying? Your shit ready to lock. It ain't locked up yet, but motherfucker, it's gonna lock up soon. You feel what I'm saying? So just because you got a half a quart, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even got a half a quart. You got 1/4 of a quart, and you need 5 or 6 quarts in your shit. You see what I'm saying? And it's old. You got 1/4 of some old goddamn oil in your car, nigga. Your shit about to lock up real soon. You see what I'm saying? So, we just getting started. But when you see that picture, you know what I'm saying? That's a revelation right there. When you see Athena coming up out that motherfucking skull, you see what I'm saying? And he had that headache and shit. Yeah. Say the pineal twice as small as I. Probably, you know what? I ain't never did, and I probably, you didn't hit that shit on the head. I didn't even try to study that. I just knew that they shit didn't work, and so I didn't even try to see how small or big it was. I'm quite sure ain't shit they got can compare to us at all. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm quite sure. But you didn't send me on a mission, so Ray, I'm gonna most definitely go and look that shit up. But anyway, I'm just touching on this just to see that shit, man. You can see that they pineal gland is fucked up. You see what I'm saying? All they think about is warfare. And when they tried to consume the African spirituality, you understand, it's toxic. Every fucking thing about natural frequency is toxic to these people. That's exactly what it's saying. So they morphed it into where they could, you understand, where they could kind of thrive somewhat, and they know that everything that they do is based on warfare. They just show you the foundation of their so-called wisdom is warfare. Better wake up, family. We'll be right back. We continuing on. This is General Sarasum Seti saying, hey, click that link, Patreon. Let's get some work in, family. I got some hellified visuals and shit for you. Don't you dare miss it. I'll be right back. Arm yourself with knowledge. If you're on here right now, hit that subscribe button. I'll be right back. So just go on over to my page. We got some more heavy mental for you, and we're going to move forward for the rest of the night. This is General Sarasum Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Thank you. Thank you, Neff. What's up with you? Come on back. Black Power.